Hey, welcome to The Doc Analyzes Anything, the show where science and psychology meet, and we analyze human behavior, any behavior, including walking into a room, turning the light on with your elbow, and immediately bowing to the light switch before sitting down.
Okay.
The elbow part, is that a hypochondriac? Well, not hypochondriac.
Hypo.
Wait, no.
OCD?
No. Because if you're thinking it's going to be
you
sick.
don't want to get sick?
Yeah. And that's actually another thing I'll get into after we talk about this.
We haven't even started here. You're getting into things already?
Yeah.
You've got a list?
Listen, we do have lists here, but I'll say I've rarely do it unless my arms are full and I've never bowed to it. But the number of things I do on my phone with my nose because my other hand's busy and I can't do it.
Oh, wow.
I do a lot of nose.
That's a thing?
On the phone,
Yeah, so do I. I do that as well.
My left hand is actually useless with my phone. I can only use, but I'm left-handed. I'm left dominant.
I was going to say, aren't you left-handed?
I'm
So
left
there
dominant.
you go.
But I can only use my right hand, yeah.
So isn't that make your right hand dominant?
Ambidextrous, yes. I swing a bat right. I do hockey right, but I throw left.
Yeah, how many of those teams did you actually not get cut from, though?
I never
soccer.
played ball, baseball.
You guys are in the same room.
Soccer. Pro wrestling is not dominant.
It's good if you guys are in the same room together.
This is where we settle it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Mid-episode, fight, arm wrestling, or knives. Knives.
Or Rochambeau.
I thought we were just...
Oh, yeah.
Or
chugging
that.
contest.
Oh.
You just got a tattoo today. You should probably not be chugging that much chocolate.
I have
fair.
a sour. This would go down real quick.
Where are we?
Hello, everyone.
Wait a minute. This isn't book club.
Whoa.
I am your host, Dr. Steven Sparks, along with me as my almost always, except for one time because he's a slacker, co-host Kyle Sturry.
Hey.
And both Dr. Bradley Mamia Clements and Chan Hartung are here today.
Sorry.
And we are in Tampa at Angry Chair Brewing Company for Beer Week Tampa 2026. And so, people out here enjoying beer, sharing beer. We're giving away some swag. We had some mugs and hats that we've given away so far.
Show this off.
And we decided why not to try to do an episode while drinking a beer. But we made it a kind of a simple one for you. We're cheating a little bit. We're just talking about interesting scientific facts, and maybe not all that scientific facts, that seem unbelievable but are true. Yeah. So,
And they seem more unbelievable the more of these we have.
Yeah.
Consume.
Give me another beer, I'll believe you.
Mind blown.
All of a sudden, everything is becoming very real. Well, and we're in Florida. So we know almost
And
anything goes in Florida.
We haven't even said the reason why we're in Florida.
I did say
we
Tampa
did.
Bay Beer Week.
No, but is it not for your birthday?
Oh, his retirement part, our 40th birthday, sorry.
I did drag everybody down here to party with me for my 40th birthday. So there
Left
we go.
that little detail out.
It's less important to me than the beer. So, things that don't seem like they can be real but are. Any thoughts? Any leading questions before we jump into these? Stop looking at the list ahead of time.
Cheater.
Yeah. Sorry.
Things
No.
that
I'm blown away with the galaxy and like stars and stuff, but
So yeah, there's
You son of a bitch. That was the second on the list.
that's it.
no, it's the first one really. There's a lot of these that you probably will be familiar
Segue.
with, such as many of the stars we see are probably gone by now, extinct, exploded, died out, just because it's light years away, travel time. So it could be even billions of years that these stars have been burnt out, but we're just now seeing them.
I never thought of that. And now I'm questioning existence and reality.
That is, this whole episode is going to be questioning our
Okay,
existence and reality.
All right.
I feel like one thing, and this is a quick side note, I am going to constantly be amazed by the music going on around us. I'm pretty sure, guys, that the hit song from Goofy movie is the song Goofy movie, sorry.
How many of those beers you have?
One. Hey,
It's good stuff.
yeah. But okay, I just thought it was very interesting
Goofy
that at a
movie,
public place that the Goofy movie song is playing. But yes,
Perfect.
stars. Let's discuss stars.
No, we're just going through some of the ones that people have probably heard before, so we can get past those and get to ones that maybe will actually blow your mind, man.
I was going to
So,
talk about
psychedelic.
Interstellar and how amazing that movie is, but
When was did you guys see Interstellar right when it first came out?
I
Or-
wish I saw it when it first came out and in theater, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I barely remember seeing it at all, but I know I've seen it.
Oh, why do you not remember?
Probably because it was a time period of my life that I don't remember a lot of things.
Okay, fair
Wasn't
enough.
that long ago, was it?
10 years, over 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah,
Probably more
They
than
just
that.
had their 10-year anniversary.
Either that or I've never seen it. I'm remembering something completely different.
That's my
very possible.
not believable, but actually true is that Interstellar was 10 years ago.
So I know that they did that because they brought it back to theaters for the 10-year anniversary.
I saw it in theaters 10 years ago,
I wish
but
I had.
I could tell you that was like 2 years ago, and I'd believe myself. Like,
Maybe
I don't
Pretty
like
confident.
this. Yeah,
My-
stars
my
aren't
thing-
real. Interstellar wasn't yesterday.
When I watched Interstellar for the actually watching it for the first time, I already knew all the what are they called?
What'd you know?
Surprises. I knew that the book falling off the bookshelf was him behind it from like
Okay.
another dimension. So like I was like, I know this is gonna
I
happen.
did see that one. I saw
Yeah,
Is
I
that
saw-
why the book fell off?
I saw that on TikTok, and I like it, now looking back, like when I saw it, I'm like,
He's been there, man.
yeah, like it would have been such a crazy, like mind blown moment if I didn't know that. But
Wait, so you knew because you had seen it on social media, or
yeah,
so it
TikTok.
wasn't like you watched it and intuitively knew. You just kind
No,
of had spoilers.
yeah, just-
What about the handshake one?
handshake.
Yeah, when they're actually traveling. Am I doing spoilers? When they're traveling through.
We've just
I-
established they've done the 10-year anniversary.
Yeah,
It's
like
okay.
I know the movie. I don't remember a handshake.
Oh,
What's
okay.
the handshake?
This is
Watch it again.
Interstellar?
Yeah, watch it again.
All right, I'll watch it
It's a
again.
handshake. Handshake sequence.
All right. Enough about this movie that I don't even remember at
So,
this point.
so the stars we're seeing have expired.
Not all, but a lot of them probably haven't. There's no way to know.
Well, and
Yeah.
have you guys? Are you aware of like how fast if the sun just went out, how fast
I
we
believe
would
it's
just
8 minutes.
Yeah.
And we would find
Oh,
out
really?
in 8 minutes.
yes. But I'd be curious if it'd just be like, would there be any like visual? Like, does
There's only one way to find out.
like
man.
energy travel faster than the actual light, or would we still see the sun, but then all of a sudden it would just go like ice age?
I
on us?
believe everything that is faster than the speed of light is theoretical at this point. So I'm not saying there's nothing faster, but as far as I know, we do not know if anything is faster at this point.
Okay, so we may not know.
Oh,
We might
great
be dead
song.
right now.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Toadies.
Possibly.
One of Einstein's favorite authors growing up was one of the first science fiction novels ever. That was actually. Do you know this story? Have I told this
No.
before?
Well, you may have, but I don't.
It's a guy who's on another planet looking at Earth, but he's seeing. I don't know how it works out. He's seeing like the young version of Earth, essentially, or like seeing ahead of time. I don't know how it works, but basically the theory of that time travels. Therefore, he threw in a lot of scientific things that he would have been otherwise in trouble for presenting. So he presented it as like a fiction novel.
You
I didn't explain it very well.
have sold me on this book. Where
I
can I
own
get
it. I do own it. I bought it. It's
You guys
Wow.
read books or you read like the Spark Notes in high school when you don't actually read that book?
The Cliff Notes.
Yeah,
Is that what
I
it
knew
sounded
this.
like?
I knew it. No, you were like the grade below that. That was Walmart version.
I didn't even
of
read
Spark
those.
Notes. You pay other people to read what you were writing about the book to describe it.
Start talking. I'll find it.
I didn't even read. We are right now doing it right now.
Except now we have to start over.
Yeah, thanks, Taylor. We should mention that Taylor's here, just not joining us. She's too cool for the podcast, so you go grab me a beer if you want. I probably is, but if not, she just flit me off.
Everyone, just so
everybody
you
knows.
know, the doc just sent his pregnant wife the order. How do you think the bartender will react to this?
All right. While you're looking at books,
I can't find it.
Good.
I might have lied to everybody.
I looked at
Fact
his
check.
browser. He was looking up something else.
Okay.
Guys, I'm loving this in person so far.
All right. So another one you've probably heard before is that we live closer to T-Rexes than it lived to the Stegosaurus or Brontosaurus.
I didn't know that until reading this list. So do you think they should do like Jurassic Park and all those movies differently because they're clashing the different
So
periods?
Jurassic Park, they brought them back, so I don't think it matters if
Yeah.
you're clashing the period. But if you go back to like, Land Before Time, yeah, it's just BS. at
Is
this
it?
Point.
Oh, wow.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, I guess I never thought about that.
Yeah.
So
Wake up, mama.
yeah, I'd be really curious now to really look at, and I did actually at one point. I did take an evolution class in college, but I'd be curious to think about which dinosaurs were in which age more so
Yeah,
to
never-
think about like a food chain.
Yeah, I never thought of it until I saw this like, a few years ago. And so, yeah, the Brontosaurus and Stegosaurus were about 83 million years before the T-Rex. and the T-Rex was 66 to 68 million years ago.
That's bonkers.
And so
Yeah, where'd the megalodon fall into that?
I didn't look up the
Curveball.
Come on, man, that's like apex predator right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll look it up.
I just learned from my 4-year-old that a Utah raptor is what we've always thought of as the velociraptor. And velociraptor were little and had
nice.
feathers. So.
Well, and now because you guys talk about that so much, I think of that as as such a well-known fact because I hear it daily now. And I brought up the Utah raptor to some people at work, and they're like, "What are you talking about? A Utah raptor?"
We thought it was
I've never
fake for a
heard
while until we were like looked up like, nope, our 4-year-old knows way more than us about dinosaurs. So.
Why is it the Utah raptor?
Probably because they found it in Utah.
Okay, I didn't know if there was like some more defining thing.
Maybe it was shaped like Utah. I don't know.
No. That guys, no, that is not what it was.
Fact check.
Another one along the same lines, you may have heard sharks are older than trees.
Sharks are older than trees.
Yeah, like the existence of sharks.
Oh, the existence of
I mean,
sharks.
that makes
came
sense.
about before the existence of trees.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense though, because of the fact of like the world at one point was just like ocean. Yeah, we had Pangea at one point, but
Oh, Pangea.
I
I know,
believe.
what a time to be
Good old
alive.
days. Take
Yeah.
me back.
I know.
I believe.
They didn't need the Mayflower then.
Make Pangea great again.
I believe they're insinuating that they have not evolved much. It's almost in the same form, whereas most life has evolved since that time. But I do not know for sure.
Yeah, but trees really haven't either.
What are you talking about? There's a lot of different
Chad's
trees.
onto something, though.
How
Maybe sharks and trees are the same thing, man.
You never know.
No, we'll break this down
are
into a
just the land shark.
phylogenetic tree. We have to see how many individual trees there are in this world versus individual sharks.
And there's probably some we don't even know about because the sea is so.
I would bet
so much.
there's a good chance we don't know about every shark in existence.
Right.
I don't know
Especially
much about,
personally, I don't know them by name or anything.
I don't know much about sharks
Chip.
that we know about.
What was here first? Dinosaurs or sharks?
Sharks.
I think sharks
also?
Yeah, I would think that just
you
because
probably can't have a
land.
dinosaur without trees, most likely.
Probably.
Yeah, you can if they're carnivorous.
Are they feeding off like the trilobites that have been washed up on shore? I don't know.
You ever heard of cannibalism?
All right.
It's a T-Rex eat T-Rex.
I guess it
out
depends
there.
if that fish that grew feet and crawled out of the ocean, was it a dinosaur or not? Who knows? Maybe.
Actually, if you're gonna go on the evolution of the fish, all right, you're looking at me like you hate me right now, or you're just drunk. It's the coelacanth. I think that's what it's called.
Sounds good.
Yeah. That is a terrifying fish that still exists.
Yeah.
Was that the one with the light bulb in front of his face?
No.
No, that's an angler.
Anglerfish.
angler.
The coelacanth is like the sucker fish with the sharp teeth.
No,
right?
no. The coelacanth, it literally looks like a rock.
Oh,
And
all right. That doesn't sound so scary. So you've done it misjustice.
We'll share on the notes.
So
Doesn't look that scary, actually.
yeah, that one doesn't look too scary.
Anyways.
That's like Nemo.
It is believed that the oldest sharks came about 450 to 455 million years ago, and the first trees sprouted 400 million years ago. So
Oh, wow.
50 million
Yeah.
years. So
I mean, I can buy that.
Cleopatra lived closer to now than the creation of the pyramids.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, you don't think about the pyramids being that much older, but the pyramids were built about 22 to 3,000 years ago. And let's see. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, the pyramids were built 4,500 years ago, and Cleopatra ruled about 2,050
Yeah.
years ago.
It's like Cleopatra is like synonymous with the pyramid.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
she kind of ruled them, but they've been around for a while.
And
Dude,
I also don't know anything about that part
Yeah.
of the
I
world
know
history. So.
all about. No,
Oh, I was about to say, if you're going to say you know all about it, because the next question I'm going to say, you're going to say, I don't know. Time relation, King Tut to Cleopatra.
probably not too far off. Because wasn't one of the tombs King Tutankhamun's tomb, and like that's in the pyramid, or
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what I've heard.
yeah.
I thought so. So it's probably about the same amount of time, but I'm not sure. Because you're talking about ancient Egyptian, and ancient Mesopotamia were like the earliest civilizations that were large like that, and that's when they were built around there. Before then, you had groups, but not to the same level. So.
Yeah.
And the last one that I think it's probably been heard by some people before is that woolly mammoths were still around when the pyramids were built.
I'm aware of that one just because I feel like in every movie that has to do with pyramids being built or
They
something.
used them.
Yeah, they use the woolly
Oh,
mammoths.
they used
Yeah.
the mammoths.
And
Did they really use the mammoths?
Probably not.
Or mammoths not? They weren't. in the
there's
desert.
no way they're
The mammoths-
domesticated.
It's not easy to domesticate.
No.
And
I
I thought, is it the mammoth or just what's the other that's like mammoth but slightly different?
Oh,
elephant?
no, it still starts with an M, right?
Yeah, it's
Mastodon.
Mastodon.
Hey, I
One of those I
contributed.
think was only in like North America, like United
yeah.
States, Canada region.
I think that was the mastodon.
so.
That was like Great Lakes region, right?
Yeah. All right. So here's one that blew me away completely when I was looking up random facts, and I did fact check it. This one. There are more possible outcomes to shuffling a deck of cards than there are atoms on Earth and making up Earth combined.
Do you know what that's called when you have a number and then different possibilities of rearrangement? What is that term, Doc, if you're so smart?
I
What,
can't
what do you
remember.
mean?
So if you can go,
Like
if you go,
permutations?
I might be wrong, but what I think it is,
Likely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can also be 2, 1, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5,
Yeah.
or it can be blah
Yeah.
blah blah. So if there's different things,
Yeah.
I
It's like 52 times 52 times 51. Like like all
factorial.
Effect, yeah.
Factorial.
I believe that is the word.
And
What is a
so-
permutation?
Permutation is the ordered arrangement of a set of objects where the specific sequence matters. So combination.
So where it does matter.
Okay.
So then would we move on.
Go on.
We'll just pretend you're right and let somebody tell us you're wrong, and then not ever answer them again.
I'm pretty positive we've been wrong about a few things.
Today?
Starting
Or
with my
generally?
starting with my Einstein.
Yeah.
Both.
So I can't I don't think there's a name for this number, but the number of potential outcomes in a deck of cards being shuffled is 68 digits long, and the number
this.
of digits in the number of atoms on Earth is 51 digits long.
That's
Oh
bonkers.
man.
And it's estimated, obviously, but the more even interesting part, although it makes sense once you know the math, is statistically speaking, it is unlikely for the same shuffle to have ever occurred twice in all of humanity.
Yes, but also I'm thinking about Vegas. How many decks get shuffled? Like it's tough because like if you think about blackjack, it's a single or it's 3, 4, 5 decks in one.
So if there's this many outcomes, and how many times have a deck of cards been shuffled that is not 68 digits long?
Wait, are you saying a single deck?
A single deck shuffled again any period of time
Yeah.
is unlikely to
Any
have ever
deck.
been exactly
Any
the same.
deck.
Any deck ever. Just based on the numbers alone, it's unlikely to have ever occurred. Not that it couldn't have occurred,
Yeah.
but it's unlikely.
That is a big number, but I bet you it has.
Prove it.
My life goal now. I'm just gonna endlessly shuffle.
I know I'm a participant in this, but my mind's blown on some of these things.
Yeah. Well, some of
Chance is sitting there like, wow.
This is
yeah,
cool.
these commonly known ones like the Cleopatra. I was like, huh, that was not common known to me.
It's probably just the groups and things I see on social media versus what most people see on social media. I'm like, oh, I've seen that a bunch of times before. Australia is wider than the moon.
Wider?
Yeah, like just width. Circumference, no, but just width. If you put them side by side,
So I would be curious,
Okay.
and like, cause I have never thought about traveling to Australia,
Or the
nor,
moon.
huh?
Or the moon.
Or
I
the
have thought
moon.
about traveling to the moon.
But like, how long would it take to drive from coast to coast of Australia? Do you know?
How fast are you going?
That's simplicity. 60 miles an hour, or are they kilometers per hour there?
We're using my phone to record, so I can't do the math and pretend like I know. But it would be kilometers per mile. But I did translate this to miles because
Thank
I
you.
am.
Thank you.
So I have a little bit in both, but it's larger than the moon by a little over 500 kilometers or 300 miles.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
the
substantial. That's not just...
Yeah, so it'd be another 5 hours of driving, right? If you're going 60 miles an hour, for simplicity.
Right.
Right.
Man.
so 2,485 miles across for Australia, and 2,500 or 159 miles across for the moon. But again, if you try to go circumference of the moon, way bigger. It's just side by side.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Speaking of the moon, I found the book. It's Somnium by Johannes Kepler. Kepler.
Oh,
the
okay.
Wait,
pre-
Kepler.
Yeah.
So like, that's a very Russian name. So can we
Johannes Kepler?
Wait. All right.
He's not Russian.
That's not Russian. What is Kepler?
Kepler was the.
Kepler's a man. Can we just let him be a guy? And just
He
Can we
basic-
trust this?
He basically was the predecessor to the theory of relativity.
Yeah.
And his
that's
mother
fair.
was also on trial for being.
His
a
mother
witch.
was a saint.
No, his mother
mother
was on
was a
trial for being a
saint.
witch for most of her life. The last half of his life he spent saving his mother from being burned at the stake as a witch.
That's the wildest fact right there. Is in like back then we would all be burnt at the stake for being
Absolutely.
warlocks.
Yeah.
Warlocks.
So this one isn't really necessarily a fact, but just something that you may not have thought of. I hadn't really thought of too closely. So like the idea of scientific advancement, how quickly it moves. So everybody that thinks and complains about not having flying cars by now, just consider that like our current pace of scientific advancement. First humanoids, so not Homo sapiens, but humanoids, 2.5 million years-ish ago. First Homo sapiens, so that are pretty much us,
Yeah.
300,000 years ago. First cave art that they found dates back about 67,000 years. So earliest language really
Like
is
240,000 years from.
not even that.
Yeah.
So imagine how little language there was during that period of
Yeah.
time. The first hieroglyphs or recorded actual writing of that type 3,600 years ago or thereabouts.
Okay.
So 300,000 years, and we're only 3,000 years of actually being a written language of some sort.
Right.
Woodblock printed was only 1,100 years ago-ish, 1,158. Less than 800 for metal type printing. 556 for the first, I think was the printing press.
Yeah.
First phone was 150 years ago.
That one blows my mind.
Yeah. Cell phones 50 years ago. Cell phones being commonly used by everybody about 24 years ago, and then smartphones 10 or 15 years. So
That-
we went from
Yeah.
phones in the wall to smartphones in less than around 100 years.
This is like exponential.
Yes, exponential growth is crazy. When you think about like, yeah, we should probably be more advanced in this, but not
So
really.
let's play the hypothetical game.
100
Like,
years from
yeah, what do you expect 100 years from now?
Hover cars.
Hover cars?
We were promised that already,
That's
man.
the dream.
I know, but if we're accelerating at the rate we are,
I'm saying there's going to be some collapse before then. We'll never get to our hover cars.
I also think
We're all
not
doomed
happening.
before
It's
that.
not happening.
I also think we have like this issue with like regulation because like people will just hover wherever they want, and then
Yeah.
it'll become unsafe.
It'll have to be automated driving.
It would have to
Yeah.
be automated.
And I will turn off my automated driving all the time. Hot wire.
Put a governor.
Hot
Take
wire.
a governor off of
Was
it.
it Minority Report with Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was.
And iRobot.
Those are like tubes. or
iRobot,
whatever they-
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Human body has 60,000 miles of blood vessels, according to the Cleveland Clinic.
60,000
And-
miles?
Some estimates are up to 100,000 by other medical sources.
That one doesn't surprise me
Like
at all
just side
because
by
if
side,
you
yeah.
think about it, like you get the smallest little nick in your skin, that's a breaking capillary. And if you're to line every single little thing up for each individual little capillary, it's going to add up so fast.
That means in theory you could rip me apart and string me
Yeah.
around the world.
What is
Don't.
but you could. What is the length around the world? Do we know that one off
The
top?
circumference of the
Yeah,
world?
all right. I didn't.
26?
I do not know because my phone again is being used here.
I got you.
Circumference of the world.
24.9. Look at that.
Wow, good job.
I'm making up for my somnium flub.
24 nights, so almost 3 times.
Yeah.
Kyle can make up 3 of the worlds. Almost 4. No, practically. Well,
Well,
according
I'm-
to
so
one stat, it
I'm
says
bigger than Kyle. Does that mean I could maybe be the
Exactly.
3 times and he's only 2
I mean,
and a
if
half?
this is 300 or 100,000, if somebody's 1 foot taller than me.
what was
yeah,
Andre the Giant?
yeah.
How tall? Like 7'6"?
No.
7
So how many?
times around.
Oh.
No, guys, this is how we speak now. How many worlds you are?
At least 7.
You're at least
That
7
was
worlds.
a lot of body.
Yeah. I saw this video and it was like doing AI to estimate what he would have looked like nowadays. And it just automatically put like a big old like Santa beard on him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I would have seen Andre the Giant with a.
I can see it.
You could. I never watched his stuff. I just knew that he was a wild guy.
So along the same vein here,
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good one.
Your brain has an estimated 1,000 times more neural connections than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy.
Are those stars that have already died or still alive?
Still alive, as far as they know. As far as they know. And so
Those stars that we can
it's
see.
not actual neurons, but how many interconnected neurons, those actual connections to one another,
Oh.
makes up that many.
I like that one, but have you guys heard the theory of how much of your brain capacity is actually like utilized?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they disproved that though.
Did they?
Yeah.
They
Oh.
disproved the
Fact
10%.
check.
That's what
10%? Okay.
They disproved
Like,
that, yeah.
But like 10% at a time, but like most of it's used or something along those
Oh.
lines, something like that. But
But what's it doing?
Stuff.
well,
Stop.
Lying
things.
dormant.
when
Strike.
you learn something, a neural connection's made, like a physical neural connection's made, and so the area of like the generalization of things attributed to one part of that learning connect to the other parts that are also interconnected one way or the other. And so anything that stimulus brings about in that moment and selected by like your behavior selects will light up those different areas, and nothing else is being used because it's not salient enough to occasion that response, that behavior.
Oh, okay.
I blacked out during that one.
Yeah.
No, I tracked it.
No, I mean, I got you. I got you. But
I obviously need another beer.
You watch the clip,
Steve,
you'll see me just
put the
totally
fries in the
glass
bag.
over.
So yeah, it was see 100 trillion to 1 quadrillion neural connections versus 100 to
Quadrillion.
400 billion stars in the Milky Way.
Whoa.
that many
I
connections.
was
And you're
legit
still
doing the
dumb
math
as
rate in my
shit.
head.
I followed what I said perfectly.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
does need to be pointed out that Macarena is playing. In the
Yeah, I was thinking. I was gonna say. So with every connection that we have, I know that in about 5 seconds I should jump and go. Aye.
That is what I mean by the salient stimuli in the environment,
Yes.
selecting your behavior. So there you
Obviously.
go. Yeah.
Obviously.
It wasn't clear that you knew what was going on at
Oh,
all.
I followed it.
That's not what
I
you said.
chose not to acknowledge it.
This was not really, or maybe is a scientific fact, but nobody knows the reason. But supposedly in 1518, something made the people of Strasbourg, France, all controllably dance for days until some of them died.
No.
Well, all right, guys.
That's
what-
some zombie apocalypse
No,
stuff.
what would it take? Let's all take a quick
I
moment.
mean,
and let's
the
think about what
obvious
it would
choice
be.
is the well was contaminated with something.
I was thinking
psychedelic or
Hocus
something.
Pocus, because they all
Would they
danced
have
until
to-
they almost died in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, they would have to drink it all at the same time.
Or the
Yeah,
Yeah,
water.
it probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I mean,
the
people
town's water
probably,
supply.
yeah, people joined in.
I'll
as,
call it
as
probable. I'm not convinced, though. That's interesting.
France, you say?
Let's give you some peyote and see how you do.
Oh,
What is this?
Bring you some love, man.
beers to
Oh,
show. I
nice.
think I was
Thank you.
out.
Miami and Dayton, Ohio.
Look at
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Alright.
Thanks
Oh, is
so
that a
much.
Jackie-O's?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a collab. It's,
Yeah.
it's Branch and Boone out of Dayton.
Okay.
Collab.
Say, yeah, no, I like the Jackie-O stuff. I'll be excited to try
That's
this.
an additive. It's gonna have. It's basically like a barley wine.
Okay.
It's got a little smoke to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the #1 what they call Adam beer in the country for a while.
That's cool.
There
Thank you.
go.
Yeah.
Man, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Drink all you want.
Yeah. Well,
Appreciate the hookup.
Appreciate it.
oh yeah, we'll bring it back by when we're done recording here, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
No,
No,
you're good. You're famous now.
Guest appearance.
I know, you know what I think about all that shit.
That's the soundbite right there.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's probably contaminated water. It may have just been a hoax.
Yeah.
Who knows? But because there's no,
I mean, that would do it.
supposedly the people were actually dancing, and supposedly people died, but
Were
nobody
they doing the
knows
Macarena?
what was actually going on. They probably were. Just
And, yeah,
from the,
The
future,
Macarena
they came
predates
back.
time and space.
No,
So
I,
the time travel,
Yeah.
and they couldn't stop dancing once
Yeah.
they got there.
Yeah.
I think they were doing the YMCA.
So what happened to the ones that didn't die? They just went back to normal?
I don't think there's any going back to normal.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did you see the show Pluribus?
Yeah. That's what it
this
reminds
is.
me of. Yeah. Yeah. I was getting at that with the Macarena signal.
Aliens.
Yeah. Pluribus kind of sucked, by the way.
You didn't like
I
it?
didn't like how it ended, no.
The
Or,
ending's
or
fair.
didn't end.
You know that was like the highest rated show that's ever been made. That was
Yeah.
higher than Breaking Bad.
No, I hated it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
All right, also,
IMDb.
Kyle's here, and he's not much of a stout kind of guy, but when in,
Is that the bar?
they say when in Rome.
No, I like
You never
stouts.
hear them say when in
There's a
Tampa,
glass
though.
for
Here
it.
you go.
I like stouts.
I actually don't love it that much.
So
No, it's good.
it is believed potentially the reason we have goosebumps is it dates back to a time when we had much more fur, and when we were afraid, our fur would puff up to look bigger for predators.
Which that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, do you think of any response?
does
Yeah, the cat. The cat is the primary example. And
But who likes cats?
oh, story time,
Speaking
guys.
of-
So, what did we get tattooed today? I think we said it at the beginning.
We'll put a picture on there for everybody.
Yeah.
Get a
So,
picture.
Yeah.
my fun little tattoo that I did today as a quick little,
Vacation celebration.
yeah, is my own cat Stella drinking a frothy beer out of a Stein glass.
Is Stella drinking Stella?
Yeah, she should be.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I was telling
What's
him
the
that
musical? What's the musical?
the joke has always been that when I got her as a little kitten and I'd throw all the parties, we'd have the beer cans and bottles like all bagged up, and she would always go and lick the tabs and everything. And so
Okay.
I always
There
joke
you
that
go.
she actually is like a little alcoholic.
There you go. And then I got a astronaut who just decided to abandon the ship to try to reach his beer floating away in space. So there you go.
Priorities.
Yep,
it.
priorities.
Priorities on vacation. We don't want to go to the beach.
Worth it. Is this what is this in the barley wine?
Hey guys, did you know that there's a giant cloud in space that, based on the chemical makeup, very much likely smells like rum and tastes like raspberries?
Dude, plenty of vapes in the world nowadays that are like that.
Wow.
No.
Smells like rum, tastes like raspberries.
Yeah.
I mean, what? How?
That should be where we're shooting for. You know what I mean? Like, it may not be
We
a
can get
sustaining
We
life.
aim the
but-
rocket.
Yeah.
How toxic do you think it would be to inhale?
I mean, you probably get intoxicated or die immediately, like one or the other. So
Is that a good way to go?
It's worth the risk.
Yeah.
Although
I don't know,
What
is it-
years it takes to get there?
Well, there's this one guy that says like some of you may die, but we'll find it out.
So
Sean.
risk I'm willing to take.
I know.
stout.
Just drink
Oh,
it.
guys, Steve's just off talking to randoms now.
Yeah.
Reel him in.
So here we go. Fact that should make Dr.
Cheers.
Bradley meow feel a little bit better about himself. Are you aware that because it is made of metal, the Eiffel Tower can shrink up to 6 inches in the wintertime?
Dude, I made a
It's
metal
super normal.
too.
It's super normal.
So normal.
Come on,
It
man.
happens to
Happens
every
to everybody.
landmark.
Shrinking in the cold.
It's nothing to be embarrassed
6 inches
about.
though, that's
That's-
weird.
Weird. That probably makes him feel better. That's what
Yeah, the worst part is when it sucks back into my body. Because when you have 2 inches to give and it goes
Wait,
down
we
by
were still
6.
talking about towers. I don't know what you're
So am I.
talking
Remember, your mom's going to listen to this one. There we go.
Well, not everyone can be as funny as me. The weirdest part would be if one of my clients heard this.
Yeah. Those cats and dogs will probably be offended.
I'm editing nothing. So.
I do have a cats and dogs question that you may actually be able to shed some light on.
My license is on the line for this one. If I'm wrong,
this is legit.
I have to give up on
I'm
my
not going to throw
career.
you a weird curveball. So dogs.
Hairball.
Airball.
So I have this like concept that like dogs almost smell in visual, like color, because I'll take my dog on a walk and
They
we'll be
smell and color.
here. Just like the easiest way to here.
Let me fact check this.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Dude,
though.
your dog's on acid.
No, listen. Here's what I'm thinking. We can go on a
Does
walk.
everything taste purple?
Yeah.
We can go on a walk, same walk, and she has her favorite spot to go to.
Mhm.
But I could be distracting her, and she will still beeline to her favorite spot without realizing where we are or how far we are.
And you think that has to do with color? How?
It's not
Because of
just-
where she directly goes. But the wind could be blowing this way, or
but the
not at all.
location itself doesn't.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know.
their noses are really
probably-
strong.
And also a long history of like changing winds.
Maybe not color.
Yeah.
Maybe like there's some
Yeah.
sort of like
I mean, it's chemicals
What
that they
we-
pick up. And
what we would describe as like visual, to where like she's able to hone in directly where to go, but
Yeah.
it's smell.
yeah, I mean, their sense of smell is like ridiculous. If you go even just based off of like wild animals and like scent marking and everything like that, like, so that's what's attracting her is like a scent marked area where she's trying to learn about something because it was the African painted dogs. They are what?
I keep doing the Jim Halpert.
That they're really big on their scent marking for territories and everything, and so it's like the same thing. I've always heard people refer that as like bark book or something like that. Like it's them learning about their their social community.
But yeah, with the distraction piece, that makes sense too, because again, like what is most salient in the environment at this time, you'll still be drawn to something and react to something without stopping to think about it. Just like the example I always give with driving home and not remembering how you got there. You know what I mean? Like your behavior becomes automatic even if you're distracted by something else.
I tested a couple times. Like I'm not a runner, so I'm at a short distance. But like I know we're coming up to the spot.
Call that running?
He's more of a sprint kind of guy.
The cool house on the block where all the scents are, and I'll coax her to start running.
Yeah.
And she'll run with me, and then she'll beeline right to that mailbox.
It's a
Just a total break, and I've got something that's
all right. So I'm no longer interested about your dog. So this one is not.
I thought it was interesting. You could have just put, they smell and color. You could have just gone with it.
She's like, yeah. So
sure.
There's the edit right there.
Yeah.
So this is not scientific. It's just something that I was shocked by.
Okay.
President Tyler Johnson, 10th president of the United States, had a grandson who just died last year, 2025.
Had a what?
Okay.
Grandson.
Wait, and when he was what, president?
10th. So he was,
When was he in office?
let's see here. He
died in 2025.
Yeah. So that he was born in 1790.
Tyler Johnson.
When was he president? How old was he?
Probably 50s, 40s.
He had a son when he was 74 years old.
Yeah, I was going to say, how old was the son?
That information I got. I didn't write down what year he was president.
Whoa.
Semi-prep.
So, yeah, he had a son when he was 70, who had a son when he was 74.
Gee.
And then that son lived to be, what, like 93 or something like that.
Whoa.
Also had a son of 74.
Yeah.
And so last year, the grandson of president from the early 1800s died.
So,
Wow.
I wonder what he was like. Like, do you think he really, like...
I guarantee we think he's a
Wanted that.
horrible person.
Yeah.
But he probably had a lot of like cool stuff.
Mike,
Cool stuff.
Period. He probably had a lot of cool stuff.
my grandpa
Period.
could be up your grandpa because he could have gotten in the army after you. Would have been muskets, but still.
Steve's giving me drunk uncle from SNL vibe right now.
Yeah.
Sipping the beer.
That's my impression of the 10th president. Or his grandson, one or the
Or-
other.
Can you do more drunk uncle?
Not on the spot. It's just natural. When it comes out of me naturally.
Drunkle.
Drunkle. Organic.
Dunkel.
All right.
What else you got for us?
Did you know
Did you know?
Yep.
that if a car could drive at you fast enough, it would appear blue, and then once it passed you, it would appear red?
What is that
Oh,
called?
that's
Not Doppler.
that's
That's
not
sound.
Doppler effect.
Because
That's,
Doppler is the
something
sound
effect.
intensity, right?
It's it's the
It's not on the cheat sheet, is it?
it
cheat
probably
sheet.
is, but it's the I had it and it's gone now.
Something effect.
It's the
Yikes.
Fact check.
See, Doppler's like, the pitch
no,
there.
it was right there, and then you guys started guessing. And I
What
lost
is it?
completely.
What is it, Dad?
It's something shift. It's
Oh,
Mercury
Whoa, that
shift?
looks cool.
that's not what I'm thinking.
is it red shift and blue shift? But I don't know. Anyways,
Red shift, blue
Is
shift.
it because
No,
our eyes
yeah.
just like ping back and forth?
Yeah, red shift.
red shift. Yeah. Okay. So it's because it'd have to be moving fast. Let's see. I wrote it down here. It would have to be going 200 million miles an hour.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
But it's actually moving fast enough that the way the particles, the wavelength
Okay.
change. And so as it's coming at us, Roy G. Biv, like you start off red going slower,
Hell
blue
of a
going
guy.
faster. And so coming at you, it's going that much faster that it
Yeah.
turns blue and as it goes away.
Okay, now that it's explained in tracks, I totally get it.
Do they use that when they look into space at objects moving through space?
I do believe that is potentially part of how they just like they figure out their speed, but maybe also compared to other objects that they know their
Right.
distance as well.
Right.
I know, like they used the
Pythagorean
color
theorem.
spectrum
Yeah.
to know what materials they're made of using the
Oh,
radio
interesting.
telescopes, but I don't know for sure
Okay.
the speed. So
And what was that speed again?
I had it written down as 200 million miles per hour.
So then I think I might have said something to you like previously about this, but where does like relativity come in where if you're traveling at a certain speed, that time does slow down or speed up. I don't remember which way it goes.
I do not remember how
Because
fast.
it's got to be close to that in theory. Kyle?
It doesn't have to.
Oh.
Well,
if
you have a
go,
computer.
if you
No,
go back
I
and
don't
watch
know.
Interstellar again, it'll explain it all to you.
Nah.
It
The callback out of Chad. A+.
Cue the music.
it does not have to be close to that, but it very well could be very close to that. I do not know.
Okay.
I was going to get into the whole Gutman and Kalish, like generalization gradients and color, but I think we'll run way long and lose a lot of
Lose a
people
lot of
listening.
people.
So we'll talk about those later.
Give us the Kyle notes.
So
There's this guy.
wavelengths.
There's this guy.
Yeah, this guy, man, he wrote it back in the 50s or 60s. They did studies with pigeons, taught them to respond in the middle wavelength, so around green-ish, yellow, something like that, to certain stimuli in the environment, and then altered those color stimuli slightly each direction, and the amount of behavior that occurred directly matched up with how far away from that taught stimulus, that original color.
Okay.
And it matched up to the wavelengths almost perfectly. It's like a perfect gradient of responding based on
So like
this.
as degrees away from blue, then they're that less likely to do it, but it would still match up.
Yeah.
Like mathematics, not even the perfect math, but
So
something like
we
that,
talked
yeah.
about it, I think, also when we talked about the ingenuity or invention
yeah.
episode as well.
Yeah, that's
So,
a wild study.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites to look back,
Yeah.
which everybody is going to disagree on, but that's all right.
It's my favorite study.
I actually do think that it would be cool, and it'd be going back to school essentially and doing like case studies as a group, where if we were to all bring like a separate type of case study just on a subject that interested us and really dive down deep into the science into each of our things.
So I think we need to figure out, and maybe if we can get like another podcaster who does like a serial killer podcast to come
That is
on
not what I was going towards.
and do a general one
Hear 'em
first, and that way we can start getting into some of these people. Because I immediately go to case studies on serial killers. I know there's other things as well.
Okay.
But before we get into individuals, I think we should do a broad one and then get into individuals as well. But I think that's where we're going. Otherwise, we're going to run out of material and people start writing in their ideas.
It sounds
here
like a
sooner than later.
train the trainer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to teach you all about what I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you'd think it would be interesting from their perspective, maybe not. Maybe we're just using it for publicity's sake. Maybe I'm just that guy trying to use other people's fame for my own advance. You know what I mean? Like, you never know.
It tracks.
So a speck of dust is approximately halfway
Speaking of,
the size difference between the size of Earth and the size of an atom.
No way.
Where did you pull this fact from?
I looked it up. If I don't
Do you have
remember.
more facts than us?
directly.
there's a
got-
second page.
He's got a page too.
Oh.
So directly
Oh.
in between Earth and an atom.
Not directly. It's estimated
well,
to be
okay,
about.
sure. Yeah. There's no set. I
I guess there's
understand.
not one size speck of dust, you
Yeah.
know?
So I understand that, but that's still
That tells you
wild to think about.
How little an atom really is.
Yeah. That's weird.
I mean, well, do you guys ever go into like a single grain of sand and look at that? Because I feel like that's easier to visualize. But then, have you ever looked at a piece of sand under like a microscope?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting. Yeah.
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 There's a lot going on there.
A lot.
Yep.
A lot of water bears on there. I said I'd bring it up at some point today.
Yeah. And why were we talking about them earlier?
The tardigrade?
Yeah.
Because they were the only thing to survive in the vacuum of space.
Just like Fry's hamster was the only thing to survive the vacuum of his mom. That is correct. So, Futurama fans out there.
There's 3 Futurama fans here, and I am not one of them.
Oh, there's
man.
only
I
two then.
I never got. It's one of those, like, I know I'd like it, but
I like the memes. I like the
Yeah.
occasional clips, but
yeah, like in the Adult Swim, back when I was a kid and you guys were, fully grown, I was much more
Yikes.
Yeah. That's a problem.
Family Guy.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Kind of sucks.
So when I was watching
I didn't have
Adult,
cable, so I don't even know.
when I was watching Adult Swim when I was 10, you guys were at bars.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were saying kids these days are just listening to Adult Swim
And
not-
shaking our fists as
Yeah.
we did it.
Get off my
These
lawn.
days.
All right. So this one may be one people know too from watching Mythbusters back in the day. But the theory was always you could not fold a piece of paper more than 7 or 8 times.
Right.
They proved that with a forklift, piece of
Okay.
paper the size of a football field, and a steamroller, Are they still steamrollers?
Yeah.
They don't run on steam?
Well, they're hydraulic.
They're called the steamrollers.
Okay, anyways. And steamroller, they were able to fold it, I think I said 11 times. Yeah, 11 times.
No, he's
Have
gonna
you-
get
have you ever-
canceled for this?
Yeah.
Have you tried to fold it by
Is that a
hand?
thing?
I have, but I don't remember.
The
how
doing
far
it by hand, I've never been able to get past 6, I think.
6 sounds pretty good.
Yeah, let's try it really quick.
Start folding while I keep talking. Here.
So
It has to be even folds.
So,
right directly in half, right?
Yep.
yeah, just keep it directly in half.
So one.
So if you could fold it, though, 20 times, it would be thicker than a football field is long.
A regular sheet of paper.
What?
Yeah, regular sheet of paper, because it's exponential growth each time.
Sure.
And
If
so
you fold it, how many times?
20 times, it would be 344 feet, give or take, thick.
I got 6.
If you did it 42 times, in theory, it would reach past
Yeah,
the
that's
moon.
not happening.
Did you hear that? No?
I did, yes.
Past the moon.
Past the moon. How many times?
46.
The quiz.
46.
40.
42.
42.
I said 46. You won in the Price is Right rules.
Yeah, they went over.
Well, how many you get, Chad?
I don't know. We're gonna have to watch it back. I'll go till I stop, then we'll watch it back. This is probably 5.
So yes, past the moon, fold a piece of paper 42 times.
And I think the most we had here at this table was 6.
I made 6.
Yeah, I got 6.
So here's the last fact I had for you. Just to make everybody feel real good and comfortable with this one. Are you aware that people are still eating bacteria taken from the feces of a World War II or World War I soldier?
Okay.
Oh,
Tell me how.
Yeah, wait, are we...
Is
you wanna-
penicillin?
No.
No, because that's a fungus.
Yeah.
That's
and-
a fungus. I know.
Is it the soup?
It's not the same.
Oh. You guys have heard that, right? The ever-rolling pot of soup?
The pot
Yeah.
soup that's like hundreds of years old, but they just keep adding stuff to it.
Yeah.
That sounds
I don't think anybody should have ever,
unhealthy.
though.
Huh?
So I don't think anybody ever. Yeah,
What do you think the secret sauce was? For seasoning?
I was going to do not good, but the white. Who is it? Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Yeah?
What was it?
I don't know.
Want some of the secret sauce? I'll give you a hint.
Don't say it.
That's all. All right. So, anyways, in 1917, a group of German soldiers arrived at a military hospital near Freiburg, Germany, after returning from a campaign somewhere I can't pronounce.
Nice.
Yeah, Dobruja, a region in the Balkans, and they were all riddled with disease, and all the troops have been a nasty case of dysentery caused by a bacteria that nobody really cares about what it's called. It's the Shigella group of bacteria.
That is a very well-known Shigella. That is extremely well-known.
Did you know about it?
It's highly regarded.
Yeah.
Very
Everybody loves
toxic.
it.
It's like the best bacteria.
No, it's like very, very toxic.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the average person may not have heard of it. Because 3 out of 4 here have not, and you study some medicine. Anyways, so
I had your back though.
yeah, only one soldier did not get sick, and so they studied his feces and found he had a special type of E. coli in his system that they then named Nissel 1917 E. coli.
Perfect.
And so it is now sold under the name Mutaflor, which is used to treat chronic constipation, ulcerative colitis, and bowel diseases.
Straight from his poop.
So, yep, everybody is still eating bacteria from a soldier's poop
I mean,
in
isn't
1917.
it's actually like pretty common to do like fecal transplants.
Oh,
with-
I'm just trying to
with
gross
things.
people out. I don't think it's uncommon at all.
Seriously?
No, swear to God, yeah.
Well, not
you
only
take
that-
dried fecal material to transplant good
Oh,
bacteria
to bring
from
the-
one.
okay.
South Park did a
tracks.
whole episode on it. Everybody was trying to get Tom Brady's because obviously he had something special with his poop.
At the surface level, I thought you were full of it, but after you explained like
Full
why,
of good
Yeah,
bacteria.
he might be full of that
Full of
Tom
crap.
Brady poop. You never know. But
Dookie transplants. Oh, that's something.
so that's all I had. Any other scientific facts you all had? Anything you want to add before we go drink more beer and don't have to worry about this any further?
No.
I mean, this was a really good trip. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying myself. I'm glad everybody was able to make it down.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
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 I think Kyle's ready to head home. He's like, let's get out of here.
No,
Let's-
that's not true.
Kyle said he misses his kids today.
I
Yeah.
did say
What a
that.
loser.
I missed
I
my
think that's
toys
amazing.
as well. So
Thank
there
you.
you go.
I think it's
Yeah,
amazing
there
to
you go.
feel out of place because your family's not there. I think it's,
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Thank you, Chad.
I feel almost anxious that there's
Favorite
a
co-host.
fire I should be putting out somewhere.
Well, yeah.
The shepherd's hook has a hold on me.
Yeah. All right. So if there's nothing else, no ending thoughts.
I get to
nothing-
see this in person today. Can't wait.
So, well, like we always do, let's be safe out there. Try to look towards the brighter side of life, like those bright headlights that just blinded me as we're walking.
Good
because
shot.
There wasn't any seating inside.
That is
So
the car that you said in a long time ago episode about a car bursting
Yep,
through
that
the.
could have been like Christine and just taking us out right then.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect timing actually.
And then Kyle survives,
it has to deal with
miraculously.
the guilt of being the survivor.
Yeah.
and then
Brett,
upload the
Put them
video.
in frame. They don't need to be staring at me. No, put you in
Good
frame.
morning.
You're doing the sign off.
So be safe out
Hey,
there.
fam.
Try to look to the bright side of life. Try to look for the good in the world and just be positive because you never know when you're going to just come down with a horrible case of dysentery and end up having to eat shit for real. So just be careful out there and have a good time.